This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses. And on Monday I tried to do something that's going to help one of you, hopefully in some sort of way. Jon Player reached out and he asked, could I break down a specific lick that came from a specific video, and that's what I wanted to do today, but I'm in headphones so that makes it trickier. Right, so basically the key to almost any fast lick is almost generally a pattern. Almost always a pattern, sorry. And as a kid, I grew up kind of trying to play quite a lot of Job for Duty stuff, and that is exactly kind of the ballpark of where this lick comes from. So, first of all, this lick I'm thinking about as being in E major, and underpinning all of this stuff is 3-note per string patterns and shapes all over the neck of E major. And doing this kind of exercise goes hand in hand with actually playing this sort of lick at speed. I think these two things combined kind of work in synergy to not only give you like a thing where you can play something fast across the neck, but they also help to entrench these shapes into your head the more time you spend trying to do things fast within these shapes. Because at speed you can't really be thinking about what these shapes actually are. It kind of has to be muscle memory to some extent, or it's something that you practice lots, that you play the same every time. But I tend to improvise around these ideas all the time. So we're going to start up here. You could think about this as sort of like a you know, either an E major shape or a D sharp Locrian, if you want to, you know, because I'm sort of starting on the 7th note, so maybe it isn't E major shape to you, I don't know. Anyway, so what we get is this kind of thing. So this is my first idea here. So we go, first of all, on our first string here, we're going to go 11, 12, 14, and again. And you could repeat that whole little cell. Like that. And you could run that thing, just move it down to the next string. That sort of thing is the sort of thing that I'm doing all the time. You do it at any point in the E major scale, just you need to know your diatonic scale shapes. But yeah, that's the key first thing, and that's one kind of permutation. 2 times up to the next string, back down, and back up again. It's kind of one whole thing. So that's kind of the first part. And then after that, I think that's what I'm doing. So 12, 14. So I've sort of shifted up a shape for my next string, and I do this all the time as well, shift between shapes. And 12, 14, 16, 13, sorry. And I'm just doing 1 time, and then all the way back up. So that had the 2 times. This one has 1 time. I think that's what we're doing. So up, down, up, all the way up. So you just see I'm doing that same repeating thing. And then we end up here. So I started on the 4th beat. 1, 2, 3. So all we're doing, 3 up, next string, outside pick, back down, and then all the way up to the adjacent string, and then the pattern starts again. But I think the picking will change on each one. So we're doing strict alternate picking. Because I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because it's 9, we're going to get, essentially the picking pattern is going to flip the opposite way when you get the next 9, right? So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, 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 down, up, down, up. Eventually landing on a down. Okay, and what other things I could do, because I start here, is take it to every other shape, and I'm starting in one position, skipping to the next. Okay. And that one idea becomes 7 others. Okay, I hope that's somewhat helpful, John. To build up speed for this, you're going to start with a metronome going slow and play it as accurately as you can, and maybe even just take one specific string set at a time. the idea is just to build up speed, consistency. I'm kind of pushing the pace that I'm able to do it comfortably, but do it over time and gradually trust the process. And yeah, that's a thing that I used to do an awful lot of, just staying in one position as well. All this sort of stuff. Haven't done it for ages, really. These days I practice the legato more. But yeah, that's a little exercise. Patreon will be the place to get the tabs for this and kind of the worksheet and the backing track. I'll catch you in another video soon. Goodbye, headphones. Cheers.